Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Big Bad Bench. My name is John, aka Big Bad Biologist. So if you've watched my stuff before, you should pretty much understand that I have no idea what I'm doing. And today is a really good example of that. I really didn't know what I wanted to do for today's stream. A couple days ago, or a couple weeks ago, I went down to VCF East and met a lot of people. One of those people is Jeramy from Jeramy's Vintage Hillbilly Shack, and he gave me a couple projects to work on. So I figured we better look at them, and I got a bunch of other crap to work on too. So, oh, there's echo. Shit, that's not good. I should not have more than one thing. OBS Studio. Oh, that's muted. Oh, no echo on there. Okay. You're watching me twice, Epictronics. Thanks. Speaking of Epictronics, let's, while we take a look at what's on the Big Bad Bench, let's say hi to everyone in chat. So we got Dave's Vintage Apple Tech, Trina's Techno Babble, Vic the Vicar, Garth Beagle, Epictronics, and I think that's everyone. How's it going all? Thank you for coming by. Vic the Vicar got a SE30 and a Duo 2 with dock and CRT. Man, that's a nice little haul. Very exciting. Better check the bypass caps on the 8088. Yeah. What else is going on here? The Pen Manager, thank you for stopping by. All right, so let's see what we got here. So in the back behind me, you can see that I have a computer running, and it's this system right here. So this is a 386 DX40. It's just a motherboard that I keep around. But I need to have some stuff ready to start diagnosing these things. So what is in this system? Oh, let me shut this down. But this is just to show you that this computer is actually working, because you want to make sure you have working stuff before you start doing other things. Okay, so we're done there. Let's shut this thing off. All right, so what all is in this computer? So the first thing that's in here is a postcard reader analyzer thingy with a speaker attachment. The next thing we have in here is an XT IDE card with a compact flash that boots to DOS. And then the last thing we have on here is an 8-bit VGA video card, because, well, this is my only 8-bit VGA video card. I don't have other 8-bit video cards that I can connect a monitor to and show stuff off. So, I wanted to make sure this was working. So we know at the very least we have diagnostic stuff, we have a booting drive, and we have a video card that works. So now we can set this guy aside. This little system is just a powerhouse. This one had some really light battery damage, but I wound up fixing that. That wasn't a problem at all. So this is a DX AMD. Can you see it? Yeah. DX40 with the Math coprocessor, 8 megs of RAM. Nice little system. 128K cache. Good stuff. So this was our foundation for getting stuff started. Oh, Steve Mac84 is here. How's it going? He needs help because there's an HP IR compatible laser jet. Yeah, you have problems with saying no to printers. So this is one of the boards I got from Jeramy. I'm going to call him JVHS for his Jeramy's Vintage Hillbilly Shack. And you can see it also has one of these AMD DX40 CPUs. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find the pinout for these things, but we'll see how far we can get without that. So the first thing I'm going to do with this, I have yet to touch this. We can see here that there was some battery damage and that somebody tried to fix it. So yeah, I don't know I don't know what's up with that. Let's zoom in a little bit here. You don't need to see my gut. You'd rather see this lovely logic board, motherboard. Look, I'm getting confused between logic board and motherboard because I'm not used to working on PC stuff. So the first thing I want to do is check the power connector here. So if we lay down our power connector for the AT style, you always want your black leads together towards the inside. Go in here. Oh, geez, look, I'm dropping stuff. Oh, geez. Okay, here we go. Let's calm down. Let's do some stuff and calm down. All right, so our first three should all be the same, and then this last one should all be the same. So we should have resistance, or no ohms there, no ohms there, no ohms there, and then no ohms there. Okay, so all of our 5-volt lines look good. Now we should not have a connection to there. Yeah, we got mega ohms. That's good. For this one, mega ohms. That's good. This one, mega ohms. That's good. Kilo ohms. That's good. Now we should get it towards our ground. Kilo ohms. Okay, good. So there's no shorts there. So over here, I think, what is the white one? I forget what the white one is. Oh, that one's going to ground. That one. Mega ohms to that. The white one. That one's ground. That one's ground. Okay. So no shorts there. There. No shorts. No shorts. No shorts. No shorts. Okay. So what this is telling me is that this motherboard is not shorted out. If we take a look, all these blue caps are tantalum, so there's always a chance with those older tants that you could have some sort of short happening. So let's see where we're at with this thing. We're going to take our postcode card. Make sure to always look for the thing that says rear on these things. Put it towards the rear. You don't want to know why I know that you need to do that. Okay, we're going to put our speaker on. And we're going to put in, well, let's leave the RAM out to start with. And, okay. 3, 2, 1. Alright, the power supply came on. There's numbers on the postcode card. So that's something. We'll take that. Alright, so she's not totally dead here. That's a really good thing. A lot of times when I see these things, they'd be totally dead. I wouldn't know where to start. What's up, Eric's Edge? Oh, I know what I'm doing sometimes. When it comes to this this 8088 board, I have much less knowing what I'm doing. And also the 5150. So the story with that one is it's one of those things that I bought years ago and just sort of left on the shelf and haven't done much with. If I remember correctly, I popped this thing open and was terrified by what I saw, and then I just shut it and put it away. We'll see what happens. Hey, Tech Knight, how's it going? And Justin D. Morgan's here too. Jeez, the whole crew's here. How's it going, everybody? Thank you so much for coming by. Did I miss anybody else yet? Alright. Let's put some RAM in this and see what happens then. Okay, so our postcode says 0504. Just getting stuck somewhere, I think. Alright, let's put in a video card just to see what happens. See if we get any video out. I doubt we will because we're not getting beeps. But you never know. Let's see if we get anything here. Yeah, we're getting no video. Does the postcard have a speaker? Yes. And so, oh, wait, we're getting a thing. Now it's doing something. Okay, so our postcard code card now says, yeah, it's doing something. It's going through a progression here. It's going to be hard to see. So now we're at 2C26. Let's put a reset on here. Okay, we're at 0504. All right, Trina. Have a good day. Let's just let this sit for a second. Because last time it did. Oh, there we go. We got moving on. We're doing stuff. Oh. I think it's trying to initialize video. All right, so let's try to look for a few things here. Ooh, antiquing time for Eric. Very cool. All right, so let's let this run. Oh, one thing I did not do. So both these boards were a little gross when I got them. I cleaned them up with the ultrasonic bath. What we're gonna do now is try to check for some clocks. Oh, look at that. Something came up on the screen. And we're getting ticking. That's interesting. It almost... Yeah. It's doing the RAM check. Cool. Alright, so it's doing something. So our postcode is now at 85FF. So I think it somehow posted. What I want to do is check some clocks. So if we look at... This should be the clock generator for this motherboard, this logic board. So let's see, this little thing over here on the left, we have X1 clock and clock. Okay. So then, if we go here, this is our clock generator chip down here. These two things should have clocks happening. Let's go to the oscilloscope. I don't see anything there. That one's doing a thing. So this might be about as good as my oscilloscope can do here. Let's see. I don't think I can get any faster than that. So we've got 6 megahertz basically coming out of this thing. And I think it should be a lot faster than that. Okay. wish I knew. Well, my my oscilloscope isn't fast enough to register 40 megahertz anyway. So that might actually be okay. But let's check the ISA bus. So the clock on this one should be, let's see here. Not that one, not that one, not that one. Okay, yeah. So pin 20 should be the clock. Okay, so let's, oh, sorry, that was a little off. Go here. Yeah, put the jumper on the turbo and see if it gets faster. It's one thing to try. So let's check our clock though on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so what's that look like now? That doesn't look like a good clock. Am I on the wrong pin? Did my ground go bad? Let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, that doesn't look right at all. Let's click this again. Yeah, that's definitely not right. Okay, so what happens? That shouldn't adjust anything. Okay, so that's interesting. All right, so this thing did have a jumper on the turbo switch here. I just took it off. Let's shut it off. Yeah, some motherboards you got to put the turbo switch on to make it run at its normal speed. Some motherboards you got to turn the turbo switch off or take the turbo switch off to run at the normal speed. So it seems like what's happening is that it's trying to do stuff. It's just at a really slow speed. Like if that clock that I was on, or that pin that I was on, should be 8 megahertz, right? The ISA bus clock is 8 megahertz. So that should be cranking along real nicely at 8. So don't know why it's not at 8. One of the things I'd like to do is check out some of this repair work. Yeah, this is trying to do stuff. We could also try a different video card. This could be a little sketchy. My little 8-bit ancient. Okay, so now we're at 4E. You can hear the RAM check going. You can almost see the stuff on the screen. And there it just did the quick RAM check. Or maybe that's a beep. 2 beeps. What happens? Oh, I didn't plug in a keyboard. Alright. Alright, let's take a look at this thing under the microscope. There's some bodge work that I'd like to put my eyeballs on. But at least we know we have a board that kind of does something. But by the time it gets done doing it, all that, the code is FF, which I think means that it's ready to go. Let's pop open the microscope here and look at what's happening. Okay. So we've got a little bodge job here. And if you take a look, yeah, it's like the bodge is kind of pulling up on the trace. So I think that might need some work. Not sure about this other trace. I think what we should do is pull this stuff apart. And there's also a fuse there. Let's see what that fuse says. That fuse is open. Okay, so that's something to note. But I think that fuse is only for the keyboard, so I don't think that'll be a problem. I forgot, I didn't check, but I could see that it said something about BIOS on there. It's most likely, oh yeah, it's AMI BIOS, yep. Alright, let's pull this fuse out while we're here. Let's get a little fresh solder on that thing. Where's my forceps? Oof. This solder's crusty. We want to go here. I'm also going to put some fresh solder here and here because there's a really funky looking cap there. Okay, fuse is out. Hey, Bacchus. Alright. And let's use a little bit of wick or flux and wick to get rid of this solder. Clean up those pads a little. Okie dokie. There we go. I got that out now. Gotta love the solder pult. Okay, that's done. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get rid of this guy. trace is lifted a little bit there. Oh, geez. Okay. So, I think what I want to do, look at this pointing device. Probably shouldn't use a soldering iron as a pointing device. I think I want to get rid of this cap. There's a little bug on my bench. Ew, look at that little microscopic bug. Pull out these two inductors and then see what we're looking at with everything gone. Ugh, okay. Doing some surgery here, folks. Put fresh solder on all these now. Oof. It's making my tip nasty. Right now that bug is dead. There might be DNA left on my bench, or on the big bad bench, that I could actually collect and figure it out. I'm not big into bug DNA. Put a little flux. Those joints are kind of nasty. Nope. Okay. Come on, you little cap. You can go free. There it goes. Okay. Say goodbye to your friends, little cap. Okay, so now we're going to go on the inductor, the other inductor. The other side of those inductors. That one came out nice. Now the board's starting to cooperate. Ooh, sorry, one sec. Okay, the inductors are gone. Let's pull out this cap now. Just making sure my tweezers are on the right thing. Okay, that cap came out. It's pretty gross. Clean that up. Alrighty, now what are we gonna do? Let's flip the board back over and see what kind of mess we have here. Yep, we have a mess. Alright, let's clean up some of our mess. Everyone's favorite isopropanol. Alright, so now what I like to do, let's dry that up a little bit. Where's the paper towel? Alright. We're going to get out the little rubber polishing bit. My eraser grinder. Do some work here. Let's take a look. Man, there's still junk on this board. I don't see anything that looks too awful around here. Sorry, it's crooked. Yeah, and actually, I don't think most of these traces are bad. Let's see what we got. They just look kind of nasty. Hey, Ryan. Welcome. That one's good. That one's good. That one's got some issues. Plus we get all the way down here. That's actually fine now. And this one. Alright, so that trace goes pretty far down. It's just messed up down here. It's fine between there and there. Alright, so these are better than I thought they were. So we gotta fix this, and we gotta fix this. My instructions were unclear. That printer is now in your trunk. Oh, jeez. See, Steve, here's the problem. I tried to give you printers before, and you know, I want to give you printers to get rid of printers from my area. I don't want you buying outside printers. So if you ever see an outside printer, just assume that the advice is not to buy it, because I want you to just take the ones I'm going to give you. Yes, I know mine didn't have IRDA and duplexing. All right, so all that stuff that I just cleaned up now, I put a bunch of flux down. We're going to use this residual solder that's on the wick here to sort of clean up our traces. Sorry, I'll get this in focus in a second. All right. So what I'm going to use, I'm just going to use some strands of wire for this because we're not going very far. So I'm just going to get a little wire strand. Little strand of wire. This is not enameled wire, just regular old wire. I'm going to straighten it with my fingers first. What I'm going to try to do is get it down inside that hole. Okay. Take this, just run it real nicely down our trace. I can't see in 3 dimensions. Alrighty. Yeah, what is everyone working on today? Set that aside. I gotta put a little more solder on here. More solder on there just to keep it kind of tacked down. Clean my tip first. I'm making a gooey mess on here, but that's okay. We can always make gooey messes. Okay. That trace is good. Now we gotta get this one. Oh, well, I guess we shouldn't assume that it's good, right? Let's beep it out. So now if we go here, and we go all the way down to where it needs to go. Alright, we got a beep. Ooh, Epitronics is working on an Apple IIc. Everything is Broken Garage is working on his Touareg. Oh, nice. Yeah, I can't go too long today. It's really nice out here, and I really need to replace the struts on my car. A couple weeks ago, before VCF, I was like, oh, I really need to change my oil. So I went to go change my oil, and I saw I had bad CV joints. So then when I was replacing the CV joints, I realized I need new struts. So I hope that when I get under my car today, I'm not going to find that I need a new turbo or something like that. Alright, so we got this little guy. This was our leftover from our last trace. Ah, good one, Dave. It sounds very strutful. Pan manager is disassembling a Performa 5200. Oh, God. Can you get to the board before the computer decomposes? Yeah, I have one of those that I actually need to get some work done on too. Oh man, now you're reminding me of more work I need. That my 5200, it I found that it had some leaky caps or maybe a leaky battery. There's some bad traces. I gotta get to them before they get worse. Bend that up. Get rid of that little chunk. I think it might be time to invest in some new tweezers. Yes, you're all here to see the magic smoke. I did the power supplies in the 5150s have magic smoke? I think they do. How's it going, Chris Angelis? Welcome. Working on a PSU recap for a Performa 400 and a 2SI. Oh, jeez. 2SI. Don't get Garth Beagle and I talking about 2SIs. Oh, gosh. Those power supplies. I think I still have nightmares about 2SI power supplies. Alright, let's see if this trace looks good now. There. Let's go all the way down. What's going on? It's like I don't have enough of that. Come on, solder mask. go. Alright, so that trace seems to be good all the way down. That one's fine. Alright, so those traces all seem good now. Let's grab a fuse so that we can put this fuse back in here. Let's see, where did our fuse go? I'm hoping this will be okay. Yeah, it's a 2.5 amp fuse. I only have 3 amp fuses. It'll be okay. Uh-oh, something just fell. Okay. Just looking to make sure I didn't lose a cap or something. Okay. Let's get the solder out of these holes. That one must be in the ground plane. Wants to fight me. Other cap hole cleared. Okay. Let's clean up our components a little bit. can't see what I'm doing there. Sorry. Alright. I just want to do one more cleanup on this before soldering everything in. Let's get those two inductors on. Let's get off of the microscope for this. It'll probably be easier for me to do it with a regular thing. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Lost an inductor for a second. Everything's okay though. We got it. We found it. Okay. Oh geez, it's already 12:53. And all I'm doing is poking around at this 386. Why can't I get this thing in? Okay, one there. Oh geez. Okay, so an inductor. Now I got a fly in my workshop. Can anything go right today? Oh, that's the one that still has junk in it. Oh, jeez. Alright, let's get those installed. Good. Okay. The little cap fell out. So this one is giving me fits because I didn't get all the solder out of the hole. It's a good reason to always get all the solder out of the hole. There we go. Whew. Okay, that one's good. Let's get that last one back in there. Okie dokie. Let's put our turbo switch back on. Not that I think that's really doing much of anything. Oh, I had another jumper. Okay. I think this is just the color slash mono color. Let's get some deoxit in these slots. That one definitely has some corrosion. So is that one. Yeah, that's not good. I didn't do a vinegar bath on this. I just did an ultrasonic. Just double checking to see if I see anything nasty in there. I don't. Let's put this back on. Okay, let's see what happens this time. Oh, we gotta connect power. Why do I always forget we need to connect power to things when we do stuff? Alright. Let's connect the keyboard this time too. See if that does anything. Okay, 3, 2, 1. It's doing some stuff. Doing stuff real slow again. Let's check our clock again on that. it's doing stuff again, just real slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's check our oscilloscope. Yeah, it's like 500 kilohertz. It should be, and then also it doesn't look like it's supposed to look. It's real wonky. So there's something weird with the clock on this thing. Let's check the other clock signal. Oh, that one's saying 8 megahertz. That one ain't doing nothing. Let's go back to here so you can see in a little more detail what it's looking like. We got nothing on the keyboard either. CMOS bad, keyboard bad, lots of bad stuff. Okay, so keyboard's dead. I wonder if that fuse popped. Let's power this off. Okay, so it's still doing the thing where it's going super slow, but it's powering up. So that's interesting, at least. Yeah, the fuse is still good, so that's not a problem. I think there's just something weird about the clock on this system. Yeah, but it did the RAM check totally fine. It's I don't know. Let's pull this BIOS chip. Oh, you want to stop looking at my face? Look at what I'm doing. Yeah, I mean, it did the RAM check totally fine. That's why I don't... The postcode readers, I don't put a whole lot of stock in. Like, I just like to see that they change. I don't know if you can see this. There is definitely corrosion in that BIOS socket. Let's take out these cache modules. We shouldn't need the cache modules to boot, I don't think. Unless there's some sort of code. I don't know. I think you can normally just take them out. So it'd be interesting. I think what I'll have to do is do a little research and figure out like where all the clocks are generated in this, because if they're all generated out of the clock generator and that's reading 8 megahertz and it should be like, I think it should be like 40, then that's a sign of some issues. And it would also explain, like, you know, if the main system bus is off, that's going to affect how the ISA bus, that's going to affect the keyboard clock. So we could have lots of stuff going down here. All right, what happens if we just do this with no cache? Why do I keep showing you my face? I don't want to show you my face. Okay, so with the cache removed, we got nothing. Okay, so we need cache. That's learning something. Let's deoxit those before we put them back in. What happens if we do it with just that? Nope, that's dead. Oh. Oh, I'm an idiot. I put the BIOS chip back on wrong. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, there's nothing. These go this way. Did I just kill it by putting a BIOS chip in the wrong way? I probably did. That's annoying. Gosh darn it. Alright. Well, we'll have to see. Oh wait. No. I'll have to see about that BIOS chip. I might have just screwed it up by putting it in backwards. Duh, that's annoying. Alright, let's go to our next mess, which is this thing. So this is a Samsung. Let's see, I found it somewhere. Samsung S330. Unfortunately, so it's on the retro web, and they have the BIOS, which is nice. Nice picture. And so, yeah, at least we know something about it. What I would like to do is I haven't totally... I don't know much about this thing. Let's zoom out a little bit. Ooh, too far. So the power supply connector should be an AT style, but I would like to double check it with this first. So hopefully we see a connection here. Yep. Yep. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and there, and there. That should be connected. Good. There. Okay. Alright, so this should be an AT style. Let's see what this thing does. Now, we shouldn't get much in the way of postcodes. Well, maybe some of the later XTs had postcodes, but oh yeah, this is going to be wonky because of these. You don't need those. Alrighty, let's try this one. 3, 2, 1. No beep, no nothing. Let's check. Yeah, it's doing nothing. Let's check the clock on this one too. So one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright, Epictronics, take it easy. We got nothing there. Alrighty, and now let's check our CPU. So I found that. So which our clock on there should be down there. Yeah, I think that's just our AC line. AC noise. Alright, so there's not much happening on this board. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So this thing's kind of dead. Let's go back to our pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Go back to our oscilloscope. Yeah, there's nothing happening there. Okay, so ain't much happening with this board. Alright, that's fine. At least we know that. Alright, so let's get to the exciting part. So at least we know we have basically a dead board here. Let's take a look at what's inside this IBM 5150. Alright, so let's put this away for now. Oh yeah, it's already 1:15. I was hoping that other board would be a pretty easy fix, but it was not, alas. Set this aside. Okay. Last mess of the day. Let's see if we can break another thing. Well, we didn't break the 8088 board. But we definitely didn't fix it. At least we know what it does now, or what it doesn't do, I guess. Doesn't do anything. Okay, so let's zoom out some. Alright, so let's take a look at this 5150. You can see that somebody replaced the floppy drives at some point. This would normally have like the big ones. I guess they didn't care much about what it looked like. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember this thing had really bad rust that I was going to fix, but I got rid of the bad rust. Okay, so we got some screws here. Love the big honkin' 832 screws that were on these things back in the day. Oh, jeez. Yep. I think I remember now why I threw this thing up on the shelf. Okay. Yep. So this is like mouse poo and rust. That's all up in this thing. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's keep taking this apart. Oh, we're gonna need a flathead screwdriver. Yeah, so we're not gonna power this thing up today, that's for sure. Alright, what do we got here? We got a floppy controller. Oh yeah, look. Look at this. What the heck is that? Yeah. This thing needs to be disassembled. That's not burned, that's like dirt. We'll say dirt. Dirt. Okay, we got our serial and parallel card. Gotta be careful not to cut myself because I might die if I get infected with anything that's on this system. Oh, alright, so, oh god. Look at this. So nasty. So this would have been an AST 6-pack plus. So we got a RAM extension, we got a CMOS, and we got serial and parallel, which is kind of awesome. think this is an MGA card. Or oh, CGA. Huh. Well, that's kind of neat. Cool. Alrighty. And then, oh God, I should have worn gloves. Hey, Rally Scoot. Oh shoot, sorry, clicked a thing. Six pack plus shit. That is correct. Oh my god, this thing is so awful. At least it doesn't smell. I screwed up not doing something with this a long time ago. It's my bad. I just let it die. So, this could be worse. You can see evidence of some stuff there, but it's not the worst thing. Yeah, it makes me sad too. Alrighty. We'll save it. It might take me a little while, but we'll get this thing resolved. Alright, this one looks a little cleaner. You can see there's little mouse hairs all over in this. Ugh. Let's take this power supply out. Even like the cables have grossness on there. Okay. Let's get our motherboard out. So one of the neat things about this system is it has the math coprocessor. That's kind of a cool thing, right? All right. Oh, yeah. Grossness. This thing There's like crap all crammed down in the slots, seeds. There's our 8088 and our coprocessor that's covered in stuff. Okay. Can see here the seeds that the mouse was hiding. Yeah. So this thing's gonna need a lot of love. Oh. Let's take a look inside the power supply. Yeah, it's gonna get a nice big bath. Yeah, I was worried that the inside of the case would be like totally rusted from mouse stuff. Well, oh. Okay. Make some clearance here for this fan. So this one wouldn't have had a hard drive LED or power because this was a 5150, and they didn't come with hard drives. They would have been floppy only. So we have one exploded cap here. There's gunk around, but a lot of it looks like just the glue. These caps look pretty good. And there's no refas. You can see where the safety caps would be most likely. Yeah, X2s. So they weren't using refas on this, but we do have one exploded cap. So we'll take care of that. Let's see if this thing will eventually power up. Well, I think that's going to do it for today. It's been about an hour and a half. And like I said, I really got to go do some stuff. Oh, so that was not a productive day. Unfortunately. Oh, that's sad. So we found that we have an XT, or, well, 5150, that's really gross. This thing's going to spend some time in the ultrasonic bath. The case will get cleaned out really well. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this. Oh god. We found out we have a Samsung S330 board that is basically dead, and we kind of went backwards with Jeramy's 386 board. So I don't know. We'll screw around a bit this week, and we'll be back at it next week with some other stuff. Yeah, win some, we'll lose some. It's all right. Stuff happens. We'll get there eventually. So I want to thank everyone that stopped by today. I think Tech Ambrosia is going to stream this afternoon at 4 o'clock, so definitely check out her channel. So if anyone else is streaming right now, I mean, Steve, are you planning on streaming? But yeah, definitely check out Tech Ambrosia's stream this afternoon. This will be like her second stream that she's ever done. And so yeah, that'll be fun. And Dave's Vintage Apple Tech stream tomorrow. Definitely check that out. I'll probably be there farting around with some stuff for a while at least. But aside from that, have a great day, you all, and thank you for stopping by, even though this was not the most productive of streams. Have a good one.